Hi, dear viewers. This is Maaz, founder of Askmaaz.com. Dear viewers, recently one of our valued viewer has contacted us to make a video in English for IOSH MS risk assessment. So, especially for him, here we go. This is the risk assessment form, risk assessment sheet. So, in the name of assessor, you have to write the name of your tutor. So here I write Ask Maaz and the date when you are preparing this risk assessment sheet. Today's sheet 22nd December 2018, and time when you have conducted this risk assessment. Right now it is 2:54 p.m. in Pakistan. And work area, the site which you have selected for risk assessment. I have selected construction side of ABCXYZ project. So you have to mention the name of that construction site or whatever site you have selected for the conducting the risk assessment. You can select the warehouse of the ABC organization. You can select the production hall of XYZ organization. You can select the workshops of any organization. Now, task being assessed. वहाँ पे आप what type of task are being carried out and what we will going to assess. Construction activities such as construction. I have made some spelling mistake. Let me write it again for you. Construction. Construction activities uh, such as digging, civil work, or mechanical work in that hot jobs, cutting, etc. Cluster of activities. So what is the hazard you are going to identify? There are four rows given in this risk assessment. In every row you have to identify the separate risk. Here if you say it is a fall hazard or work at height, the next risk should be hazard should be different from the previous one. So I identify the four different hazard risk: fall hazard, and then electrical hazards, moving vehicle hazard, or you can say traffic movement, and then fire hazard. So here you can see that I have identified all four different types of hazards. So fall hazard, electrical hazard, and then mechanical moving vehicles hazard and fire hazards. Now, who might be harmed? Here you have to provide the list of the workers, a list of the those persons who will be harmed by this that hazard. So I write fall hazard number one is equal to zero number of supervisors and 0 5 workers, and I also identify 0 1 HSE supervisor. Now, how might be harmed? What will the action that will take place? What will be the hazardous event that may result in the harm or the accidents? A person may fall from height and result in personal injury. And existing control measures, what existing controls has been you have provided to that person. Workers using full body harness, workers using full body harness. So it is the only control measure you have implemented yet. So in existing control measure, try to mention minimum controls, and so you can save some of the control measures for additional controls column. Likelihood is 0 3, I say, and consequence will be it can result into fatality, so 0 5. The risk rating will be uh, 0 5 into 0 15. and additional control measures that you will going to implement after assessing the risk. Provide fix no if we follow the hierarchy of risk control, you can say provide fix platform with guardrails and rails to move freely at height, barricade the area, provide training to workers, this and that. So you may in this case you will if you you can reduce both you cannot reduce the consequence, but you can reduce the likelihood. So we have lowered the likelihood to 0.1, but consequence will remain same 0.5, and risk rating will be 5. Here it was 15, now it is reduced to 5. Action monitored by whom? Who will monitor the actions of these additional control measures? Mm, I present project, no, yes, project engineer shall ensure fixed platforms are provided, and HSE engineer shall provide trainings and ensure area cordon off. And action monitored by when these actions shall be monitored, and when these actions shall be implemented on site. Okay, provide platform immediately provide trainings on immediately cordon off area immediately, and then provide trainings on quarterly basis. This is how you're going to fill this form, and with respect to electrical hazard, identify who will be harmed from the electrical shock, or what will be the actual hazardous action that take place and result in the electrocution. Existing control measures of that electrical hazard, identify the risk rating, then write the additional control measures. New risk rating will be less than the previous risk rating. Action monitored by whom and when. In the end, you have to write the review date. Review date shall be minimum 3 months or maximum by 12 months. It is ideal. So I write today's 22nd December, and I write 22nd June 2019, and signature I write my name, or you can take the printout and do physically do your signature by using pen, ballpoint, and askmaaz.com, that is training provider. Very simple. Yeah, I can show you the one of the filled form. Yeah, I have identified the all hazards: fall hazard, vehicle movement hazard, electrical hazard, and manual handling. You can see the amount who will be harmed by fall hazard: civil supervisor, civil worker, safety, who will be harmed by vehicle. What will be the how they will be harmed? Moving vehicle may hit any person or any stationary object. It can result in their personal injury or loss of material or fatal accidents. Existing control measures, speed limits are signs are in placed, and risk is 20, and then I implemented further control measures, and risk is reduced to 4. Oh, sorry, it should be 5. 1 into 5 is 5. And action monitored by whom, and action monitored by when. So dear viewers, I hope you may understand this very basic video and very basic type of risk assessment. And stay tuned and keep visiting us at our YouTube channel Maaz Khawaja, and we keep visiting our website askmaaz.com. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Stay blessed.